Hello, today I'm excited to introduce another author in America's Leading Ladies. We have Catherine Gruener. Hello, how are you?
I'm good, Cordelia. How are you? Thanks so much for having me.
I'm doing well. Yes, it's my pleasure. I'm super excited to share your mission and business, but first let's find out, how did you even get involved with this book project?
Sure. So I got a call from Pat Sampson, who's the editor and writer of the book back in August. And actually, I got a voicemail from her. And the voicemail was, I want you in my book. Call me. And normally I would say, like, who's calling me? Who's this person calling me? Or if you get one of those emails, you're like, what is that all about? But there was something in Pat's voice that just made me feel connected and warm and like I knew her. And connection, is I love connection. And so I was like, I called her back, which I would never have done for anyone. So I said, I'm going to call her back. So I called her back and I got her voice message. And if you've called Pat's voice message, it's a poem. It's a beautiful poem. And what people don't know, I used to write poetry. So after listening to this beautiful poem by Pat, that was it. I was like, hi, Pat, this is Catherine, call me back. So we finally connected. And she said, I want you in the book. And then she told me all about her mission. And I said, absolutely, 100%. Thank you so much for the honor. This is awesome. 100%. I'm in. Although she kind of had me at the poem.
Clearly, I see that. Yeah, I love all these stories because every time I ask this question, it's such a beautiful way that you connect. Each of us has connected with Pat, and Pat Sampson. She just has exactly what you said. She has something in her voice that it's like, your heart knows her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. And she even said, I know you. She said, I went on. She was so cute. I went on to Instagram, and I don't ever use Instagram. And for the first time, and there was your face. And I said, well, I got to call her. Yeah. And then when we started talking about her mission, right, for this book, I got really excited, because strong women of character and who are sharing their stories, right, creating connection and being authentic and sharing the lessons that they learned in their lives.
Yeah.
Right. Making the world a better place. Amazing. How could we not say yes?
I know. So tell me, with that mission in mind, how does that align with your mission and your practice?
Sure. So I'm a psychotherapist, I'm a counselor, and I've been 25 years, all sorts of stuff, right? So I've seen a lot of different things internationally, locally, all sorts of different places and people. And what spoke to me about this book is I had a client, one of my clients, a young girl, was struggling with perfectionism and also with the messages that she was getting kind of from the world, that she couldn't be her authentic self. And that she had to be something that she wasn't. And mistakes, though. So every mistake that she made was proof that everybody else was right and that she was wrong. So, right, and that's just part, so gifted, so bright and talented and gifted and twice exceptional and profoundly gifted girls is one of the populations that I serve. Right, so I'm talking amazing, and we all have our own gifts, right? But these amazing girls, and I'm like, let's Google like successful or famous people who made mistakes. So I go on Google. What is it? There's a huge list, and of this list, there's only 2 women, and one of the women is in our book, Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But that's it. There's only 2. And she turns to me and she says, see? And I said, no.
That's not what that means.
Right. No, it made my job a little harder,
Yeah.
right? But I was able then, to convince her that there are strong, passionate, wise women. And it's like we're still lacking that recognition. We're still lacking that in our society. How sad for me not to be able to find this for these bright and talented and gifted girls. They're just part of the population. I see boys, I see adults, I see women, I see parents, but these girls. And so being able to share our stories,
Yeah.
being able to share our stories and connect and show positive power and wisdom. Now, I mean, I know this is the ebooks out now, and I know that Pat's working on getting the hard book, like off the press, right? I can't wait till the hard book comes out, because then I'm going to be able to take this book, because we have a lack of them. I'm going to be able to take this book and I'm going to be able to say, here you go. Read through, listen, look at all the things, look at all of the strife and the struggle, look at the resiliency, look at the lessons that we've learned based upon good and bad experiences, but look at the wise, strong, powerful, successful women who have learned from their mistakes and are teaching the world. And not all mistakes, but have learned our lessons and are teaching. So that's how it aligns with it. Connection, teaching, problem solving. Those are the three foundations in encouragement parenting.
So, I feel like in answering that, you kind of skipped through my other questions.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's perfect. I love it like that. But I would like to say, to your point, so what could we do to contribute and make the world a better place for little girls like her?
Yeah, I really do think that, and I know the book just came out, right? And so and the book has it's like layers.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but it's been opening up like layers, like, oh my gosh, look at this. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at how, so we need like books like that to be able to go out and to be present and to be out for young women to see. We need, so how I think that we need larger, we need to be able to Google famous people who make mistakes and see 50%. And when I say diversity in women, because again, there's these messages that we get that, so for example, even with gifted, whether even if you're a boy or a girl, gifted is only, math and science, or math, science, and English, and that's not true. There's a great movie coming out called well, it's Gifted, is the movie by Mark Smallins coming out that shows that diversity. And so I think that we need to be able to have more strong, powerful women, wise women, positive power, because power doesn't come from, it doesn't come from, well, Cordelia, because of the work that you do, right? Power doesn't come from control and the negative competition, and it comes from working together. It comes from sharing. It comes from connecting, teaching, and problem solving, and sharing our gifts, right? So, I think that's why I talked in the book about the specifics about how we can create and stay authentic to ourselves.
Yeah, and that's the quote that you shared. Is what exactly does it say?
Well, so the real gift you can give to the world is being your authentic self.
Yes.
And then, but for us as parents, though, too, as we are parents, though, we want to make sure that we are seeing our children, connecting with our children, teaching our children, and then helping them take the gifts that they came into the world with and sharing those with the world, not the gifts that we think that they should have.
Right. Very key point, not the gifts that we think they should have. Yeah.
because we really need all of those gifts. And when those people, I mean, so the work that I do is so, I love the work I do, and you love the work that you do.
Yes, I
This is
can.
so amazing, right? But
Yes.
the reason why my job is so cool is because I get to help people be their authentic self. And
Yeah.
I get to help, and even with parents, I get to help them um, learn to, like, we have tools that have been around since the 60s that nobody's talking about for parents to be able to see your child, to connect with your child, to teach your child, to problem solve with your child. And so I get to see people's authentic selves, and I get to say and encourage them and support them in being that. And when people do that, like when you do, like, I know you love what you love, I know what I love, and when you're that authentic self,
Yeah,
the world becomes a better place.
it does. Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm hoping, and I've read through the different stories of the women in this book, and um, it's almost Jungian. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It is.
I say it's like a divine appointment because I don't know what message was coming to Pat when she selected all of us, but the flow of the stories and the, just the different high quality women that are in the book, it's just really a gift to the world. It is.
It
Yeah.
is a gift to the world, and it's so, I'm honored to be part of that. I'm so glad that when Pat called and I had no idea who she was, I answered that phone and I got to meet you and so many other wonderful women. So thank you so much for having me. Thanks for the gift.
Yeah. Thank you, Catherine. And get your copy of America's Leading Ladies, Stories of Courage, Challenge, and Triumph by going to bit.ly/America's Leading Ladies, capital A, capital L, and capital L. Thank you so much for your time, Catherine.
Thanks, Cordelia.